Welcome to this episode of Dread Captures, the ultimate destination for those who seek the thrill of witnessing the unexplained. Trail cameras, security cameras, and other recording devices can capture events that occur when no one is around. Our channel is dedicated to bringing you the most compelling and jaw-dropping camera footage we can find. So sit back, relax, and let's get into the captures. This is just insane. It's a quick video, so I'll let you watch. It doesn't need much explanation, but that massive gator tries to snatch that sleeping cat off the side of the boat. Wow. Cats really are so impressive. Their agility alone makes them extraordinary. I mean, look, that gator is huge. Man, I'm glad that cat's okay. She was on her P's and Q's. And let's be honest, thank goodness this wasn't a dog, because while they are quick, not many dogs would have been able to avoid getting pulled overboard by that gator. Anyhow, great bit of footage. This is a really cool video here. Rams are known for being very stubborn, and well, so are boars. Here's a preview of the two of them squaring off. Man. As we can see here, a boar has broken into a sheep's pen. It's unclear why, but the farmer suspected he wanted to eat one of the smaller sheep. Wild boars are omnivorous, so they do eat meat. Generally not as large as a sheep, but you never know. Funny enough, the farmer said there was a sheepdog in the enclosure, but he didn't want any part of this big pig. As we watch, the boar chases the sheep back and forth, until the ram steps in to stick up for the flock. The boar turns his sights on the ram, and this is how it goes. The ram smashes into the boar. I mean, boars are tough, but I don't know how many of those he can take. Look at that. Anyhow, after a few good shots to the dome, the boar was ready to get the heck out of there. This would be quite the scene if you happened to glance out your front door and saw this. Captured on a home security cam, you can see a family of mountain lions, consisting of a mother and her 3 cubs, just taking a leisurely stroll around a family's house. I mean, they are absolutely beautiful. But can you imagine the shock when they caught these creatures just strolling right up the driveway as if they owned the place? Despite their intimidating presence, the mountain lions didn't disturb anything at all or cause any harm. They simply wandered around as if on a sightseeing tour, exploring their new surroundings. Someone joked that perhaps the mother lion was teaching her cubs about human culture. I was more inclined to think she was saying, "Okay, kids, if things get really, really bad and you can't catch any food at all in the woods, this is where you come. They'll either feed you or, well, you know what to do." I digress. Watching these magnificent cats casually hanging out as if it was no big deal makes for an awesome camera capture and an even better story. Admittedly, this video blew my mind at first. I was hanging on the edge of my seat as he pulls this massive lawn worm out of the ground of this residential neighborhood. I mean, it looks like a freaking alien. This guy has the tail of it, and as you can see, it's gigantic. He walks all the way out to the street with it, and it's still coming. Now, I was late to the party, but most of you probably know this isn't a worm.
Hey guys, I'm out on site in Glenmore Park. This client's been complaining about the lawn losing all its colour. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that, Rodney. Rodney's just pulling this out. This is a giant lawnworm. They eat away at the roots of the plant. Look at that, Rodney. That's insane. That's one of the biggest. Oh my god. Anyway, we've pulled this out now. The lawn should recover pretty well. Good luck.
I tell you, the Australian accent had me sold. It really helped sell this video. So this lawnworm is actually a compressed log of dirt and roots that have built up over time and are clogging someone's drains. Anyhow, let me know what you guys thought. I definitely got tricked. I thought I was in the movie Tremors for a second. Now, onto a real-life lawnworm, also known as the Anaconda. A video of a large female anaconda attempting to cross a road in broad daylight went viral on the internet. The incident on your screen took place in Brazil in 2019. People even got out of their cars to prevent approaching vehicles from hitting this massive creature. Can you imagine hitting this thing with your car? This really was an extraordinary sight, as the anaconda was 4 meters long and estimated to weigh over 100 pounds, making it even more of a rare occurrence to witness such a large and impressive snake. This clip here starts off with a bang. A beautiful bobcat shows herself in the rain, followed up by a possum. Pretty common. Then we see a couple of raccoons. A deer comes to check the spot out. Okay. A little bunny hops into frame. And then we see this. I mean, what the heck is that? Gosh, it looks awful. If we break it down, it's definitely missing a portion of its right hind leg. And maybe even a portion of the left. It's hard to tell. Maybe you guys can see it. It looks hairless. What is this? Let's play it a few more times. So it has to be either a coyote or a dog. It honestly looks kind of like a malnourished hyena. But I'm thinking coyote with mange. I wonder what happened with its foot. Maybe it got caught in a trap or hit by a car or something. I mean, we didn't get to see him at full speed, but I have a hard time thinking that he's really able to catch a lot of food. He must be the ultimate scavenger. We can tell he's a survivor. If I saw that pop up on my trail camera unexpectedly, I'd be freaked out. Anyhow, what do you all think happened here? Do we think this is a mangy coyote? Let me know your thoughts. An older video here, and probably the most popular, most viewed kangaroo video ever. I'm sure you've all seen it, but it's pretty remarkable. In the video, a hunter's dog is captured by a kangaroo, causing the owner to panic, understandably. He rushes over to the kangaroo in an attempt to rescue his poor dog. However, the crazy part is the kangaroo refuses to let go and continues to hold the dog in a headlock. Eventually, as the hunter gets closer, the kangaroo lets his stranglehold loosen and the dog slips away. At that moment, you would think that this little mishap would be over, that the man would walk away because he got what he wanted, his dog. Instead, the man puts his dukes up, and honestly, it kind of looks like the kangaroo is challenging him to a confrontation. You see how he puffs his chest out? Despite the potential danger, the hunter stands his ground and punches the kangaroo in the face, leaving the animal bewildered. I mean, the whole incident seems like a scene straight out of a movie. To this day, I cannot believe that this is real. Here we have another absolutely absurd video with a kangaroo. It shows a kangaroo and a dog fighting in the water. What in the world is going on down under? The kangaroo and the dog were captured on camera engaged in a fierce fight, neither caring about the added danger of this taking place in the water, which adds a whole nother level to it. Bystanders said the determination of these two creatures to overpower each other was remarkable. The dog starts to swim away, but then he comes back for more action. Honestly, I actually thought the kangaroo might drown the dog. I was worried when he puts his paws on the dog's back and pushes him under. Anyhow, I guess the dog's owner was worried too, as he eventually hopped in his skiff and came to the dog's rescue. The original uploader said the kangaroo eventually made its way back to dry land and went about its day. Just a pretty unreal thing to catch on camera. Pretty cool and very relatable footage here, showing a mama bear's grueling task of safely transporting her 4 cubs across the road. You see, mom's trying to get them together. However, her offspring have different plans as they continuously run back and forth, near about turning it into a game of tag. The vehicles have all stopped, and if you look, I think that's a police SUV making sure the bear and the cubs can cross safely. That's nice of them. Despite her uphill battle, the resilient mama bear persistently carried and guided her cubs towards safety until they all reached the other side. I feel like this practically sums up parenthood. This heartwarming scene highlights the shared struggles between animal mothers and human mothers. Moms, just trying to keep everyone straight. This is a creepy video here as we see a couple on a trail hiking. Halfway down the trail, they notice a very well camouflaged snake on the side of the trail. I mean, you can barely see this guy. I'll point him out. Her husband made it by, but she was frozen in fear as she tried to muster up the courage to get past the snake. I mean, which to her probably felt like a black mamba or a very venomous cobra. Eventually, she digs deep and is able to cross the snake's threshold, but as soon as she does, the snake does a little half-hearted lunge towards her. That's a little surprising. You don't usually see snakes that aggressive. He must have perceived her sudden movements as a threat. Anyhow, you can hear how frightened she is.
Oh, he did come at you!
Also, can anyone identify what kind of snake this is? At the beginning of the video, when it was blending in so well, it looked to be tannish brown, matching the ground, but when it moved, it looked kind of black. Interested if anyone can make it out. Okay, so this video freaked me out. So now you guys have to watch it. Let's set the scene. Imagine driving through a dense forest with only the sound of chirping birds and rustling leaves filling the air. Suddenly, you hear a strange noise that sends chills down your spine. You're curious, so you decide to investigate. First mistake. Well, that's exactly what some brave souls did when they heard something unsettling while passing through the woods. And little did they know, a creepy witch was lurking around the area, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The video ended with the witch ominously creeping into view of the camera. We can only hope that these adventurers made it out of there alive. Okay, let's be honest, that's a fake video, but that lady and her rushing the camera, I was not expecting that. Let me know in the comments if it made you jump a little. Be honest. It made me jump, be honest. Have you ever seen a flock of turkeys trudging through the snow? Yeah, me neither. The recorded footage from a trail camera showcases 3 turkeys navigating through this deep snow, and it's pretty impressive. The turkey in the front takes the lead, clearing the path for the other 2 to follow closely. It appears as though they're on a mission, with the chief turkey guiding the way. This was probably a nice surprise for the trail camera owner. I can definitely say I've never seen this. I've seen their tracks in the snow, but I've never actually seen it on film, so it's such a great capture. The driver in this video seems to be from Russia. He and some counterparts are driving on a dark road with only the car's headlights as a source of light. Suddenly, they see a big figure pass in front of the car, and everyone inside starts screaming. They weren't expecting this at all. The creature quickly darts out of the frame and into the woods. If we slow it down and look closely, it appears to be big and solid with hair all over its body. It's hard to say for sure what the creature is, but some people think it could be Bigfoot or another undiscovered creature like a Yeti. There are, however, some skeptics, people thinking that the video is fake. But regardless, it's pretty creepy and impressive that someone went out in the middle of nowhere to film a practical joke. Anyhow, what do you guys think? A man and his friends were on a golf trip in Florida when one of the guys found himself in a precarious situation. While golfing, he hits his ball just barely off the fairway, and suddenly a giant alligator shows up and takes quite a liking to his golf ball. The gator looks at it, but then eventually picks it up. I really hope this guy is just zoomed in with his camera and he's not as close as he looks. The gator just continues to hold the ball in his mouth, kinda taunting the guy, like, you need to play it as it lies. In my opinion, I think it's best for you to just take a mulligan.